What's up, everybody? Friday night. Look in that box over there. Well, no, damn it. I did it wrong. Greg, in that box. Me,
It's
in
me.
this box. Yes.
Woo!
What's up, dude?
My apologies to everybody out there. I feel like it's been a month or so since I've been on the show, but we're going to rectify that, and we're going forward. We're going to do better.
Rectification. No worries. It's all good. We've been just having a good old time.
Yeah.
Coming along.
How are you?
How that works. So, good, dude. Had today off. Went and did some stuff up in Tampa. Yeah.
Had fun today, man.
Oh yeah. We, it's one of those things where it's like Sarah and I look at each other at we didn't do anything crazy like brewery hopping. We went to a couple breweries and got King of the Coop for lunch. And
nice.
We're sitting at Green Bench and we're just like, yeah, we're done. This is enough. We had just enough today. We didn't need to go crazy. So
funny you say that. I think it was I think I'd be remiss if I didn't say happy birthday, belated.
Thank you.
Yesterday was your birthday. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I also know that it was also my wife's birthday yesterday. So
See?
You guys had a birthday.
It's a great day.
You guys did that today. Amy and I are doing something similar tomorrow.
Yeah, and it was just like 5 hours. It wasn't like we made the entire day of it, and it just was great. It was great. So
yeah, awesome, man. I'm glad to hear
it. Got to have 2020 days double barrel barley wine, which is never a bad time. And then had a collab at Green Bench with it was Green Bench and Bierstadt. It was a smoked. Oh gosh, it just escaped me. It was very good. It's like a smoked. It tastes like the smoke profile was like a smoked cheese. But anyway, we're not here to talk. What's that? No one Roush beer. It was a lager of some sort, obviously, because beer was not a Roush beer. It's escaping me. I feel terrible. I'm an idiot. It's part of
it. You're fine. I think we're gonna hit up Green Bench tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna make it over the bridge. I think we're gonna stay in St. Pete tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like there's so many options. It's insane, and it's kind of a mess. Like they're through some of the major barriers with construction on the Franklin, but it's just no better. It's just until they get that other bridge open.
Right.
Anyway, people probably aren't here about. People probably aren't here to listen to us yammer about traffic in Tampa. If you are, I'm happy to go on about it. But
no, if we're talking about like our plans tomorrow, Amy wants to go to Beans and Barler in the morning for a little bit. They do a little breakfast also in the morning up until about noon or so, like bagels and stuff like that. And then we're gonna hit up Green Bench, probably cycle too, and I think we're gonna hit the St. Pete King of the Coop and bring some chicken home later.
Can't beat that. So word to the wise on King of the Coop, then we'll jump into what's in your hand in a minute. They have changed their packaging. They now use a styro shell.
Okay.
And the chicken doesn't transport quite as well, unfortunately.
Okay.
Again, flavor and quality still great.
Yeah.
It just doesn't transport as well. So is what it is.
That could be a situation where they were having trouble getting materials like raw products in kind of stuff. Just it's hard to say. I've noticed different packaging at a handful of places I've gone, and a lot of times maybe it's the same packaging, but it's not branded like it usually would be.
Yeah, they used to use the larger Chinese fold box.
Yeah, the kind of cardboardish with that plasticky kind of the inside kind of thing.
Yeah. So But what you got in your hand? What you drinking on?
All right. Well, I've got all the accoutrements here. So I've got a kind of a bastardized old fashioned here. I'll just walk you through the products that I've made this with. So bourbon, not my favorite bourbon, but I like it from mixers. A little bottle of Buffalo Trace here. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if I got that at the distillery or not. I cannot remember. And then the mix, I've mentioned this before in the past, but I've got a little proof.
Ooh, cocktail
maple bacon one. I can't really taste the maple bacon. This tastes the same exactly as the original to me. So that could be my stupid nose and the long COVID crap going on, but I don't care. It tastes good. And then I threw a little cherry in there. I like these guys.
Eli Mason.
I think they're just Luxardo cherries. There's nothing wrong with them. They sell
just
these online.
Luxardo,
They also sell them in stores and such. And then I've got a glass here with my favorite cocktail glass here. This is one of the Norland glasses, with the thick pound here, whatever. And then a glass, the ice from the Ice Doctor in Gainesville. So I got my little old fashioned.
That's your setup. That's like classic Greg setup right there.
I would have liked to, do this up a little more with like a little orange peel, but no oranges. I got a banana, but yeah.
That'd have been different. Maybe you could have done like a whole you guys have one of those little that you can do the smoker with, but they have a little torch, right?
Yes.
I feel like I made a little banana chip and put it in there and see if it would have done something.
I could have done that.
I wasn't screwed up.
I wasn't feeling real adventurous tonight.
Fair enough. That's all good. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw, like, James and I put the video out yesterday. James and I cut one last week. And it's funny you bring up like the New Orleans. Obviously, for a cocktail, you're going to have a larger open mouth glass. Either it's going to be, a New Orleans or something else like that.
Sure.
But I had more of a wider open mouth with that, the Willet for Your Rye. And we went through 3 different ones of them. And the nose on the one that was just not good to either one of us was vastly different between a Glencairn and the glass I had that's similar to the New Orleans, close to it, but not exactly.
Wider, more of a rocks glass kind of thing.
Yeah. It did not channel any sweetness whatsoever into the nose, whereas like the Cairn actually at least had a little bit of sweetness. They were still very dry race marker.
Yeah, okay.
But it just wasn't good. I don't know if it'll ever come around.
Well, that speaks to the nature of having a decent glassware and having the right glassware, I guess, and not so much the right glassware across all things, but the right glassware for you for what you're looking for.
It was quite eye-opening because I almost exclusively used Glencairns, right?
Sure.
And to do that, and then halfway through, James was like, well, here, just sniff out a Glencairn. I was like, whoa. I mean, my reaction was genuine, but it was far different than that.
But it was a different story. Sure. I get it.
Yeah. Craziness, though.
No, but I did that video. I knew you guys were recording that and then I saw it. I didn't look at it yet, but I saw it scrolling through social media today.
Yeah, a little long, 24 minutes. We're going to try and keep that down, no matter what we do, no matter if it's me, you, me, James, me, you, me, Ryan, whatever. We'll try and keep them under 20 from now on. We went a little long, but it was still fun. We had a great time.
I like it.
So, yeah. So I am.
What you got over there?
I got a little live stream lager.
Oh, I'm very excited to try this beer. It's on draft now, right?
It is on draft and in 4-packs. I don't have the price in front of me. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna see if I can convince Amy on the way home to swing by Corporate Ladder when we're coming back from the bridge, from the Skyway.
Twist the old arm, huh?
Yeah. I'd like a nice little lager.
This thing is crushable. It really is. It's 3.4%, so it is low. I mean, it's kind of a little bit laughable in a certain sense that like 3.4 is getting down near beer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like almost.
Yeah, but I mean, it's actually just crushable. Like, it's got a nice color to it. It's just beautiful.
Oh, that looks wonderful. Yep.
Look, it's got a touch of haze, and we think that's from the fruit.
Do you think
we did add some fruit? We didn't want to go fruit flavoring at all, or a natural additive or whatever, but we did. And just to enhance it just a touch.
Yeah, it doesn't look to me, but that could be just through the camera. I just don't see it too.
No, well, so the hard part is like it's cold, so it's chilling the glass too.
Sure.
Otherwise, it's damn near perfectly clear.
It looks good. I'm excited, man.
Just crushable. It's like a great mower beer. I mean, in all honesty, so
sure. I think my lawn mowing days are behind me, but yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Sure. And just beautiful little tropic notes in there. Nothing overpowering. Nothing going to come in and just smack you, hit you over the head.
That sounds like a nice summer beer for I don't know, an evening at Corporate Ladder on July 8th.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of funny because if you're interested, we should have you come out and to Corporate Ladder on July 8th and to the channel launch party. Greg and I will be there for sure, despite what any other tell you. It's funny. And there'll be a lot of all sorts of stuff. We're going to set it up so we can go live at some point. We're definitely going to have a beer special. We are going to have raffles. So a lot of fun from 6:30 to 9.
Amy is bringing baked goods to give away for people.
Oh, I didn't know that. There's an extra little sweetener in the pot there.
I didn't know that until like a day or two ago, but Amy's going to come. And if you want to meet the person behind, my better half behind my success, as well as Create Bakery, come out and have some free samples and such.
I love it, man. I forget the food truck they have that night. I need to go back and look.
I either, but their food trucks there are always good, so they don't have any.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go in and look right now and just kind of talk while I look. So I apologize if I'm not looking at camera, but
for sure. No, you guys, we would love to have you guys out next week. We are. It's my understanding, and this is the last information I heard, but we're gonna do a little live show there. Yes. I don't know, a truncated kind of situation or question and answer kind of stuff, or are you just gonna sit there and listen to me bloviate about whatever, for however
probably
long?
The latter.
Yeah, I mean that's fine too, because I don't think anybody's ever accused me of you not being long-winded. So,
Beloviation. That's a great word.
Oh, I love that word. Isn't that a great word? It kind of
It
sounds
really
like.
is.
So no, it's gonna be a good time. I believe it's starts. Are we swinging off at 6:30?
Yeah, 6:30. I would say we won't go live until probably closer to 7:30. Middle of the event. Honestly, what we hope to do out of going live, Greg, is probably just me, you, maybe James, maybe Blake. If the other brewers or if any other staff want to get on the air, it will give them a moment in the sun there, let them take the reins. But really just thank them, let them have a chance to tell their shtick, come on there if they want. Obviously, James, for those of you who don't know, James is a brewer there, and he was the one that did the video that just got posted yesterday.
Yep.
He'll be appearing on the channel somewhat here and there, hopefully a little more often. We do know that for sure. But basically just the same kind of thing you're going to have as a hangout.
Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to it. I've not been out on a Friday night to a brewery in some time, and I'm just looking forward to a little bit of a social time. And hey, you guys want to come meet us? Come up and introduce yourselves. I don't know who you are sometimes, so I know a lot of people there, but I don't know everybody. So I'd love to meet you.
And honestly, when I say drink special, we're gonna find a way to definitely make sure you get a beer taken care of, or at least a good portion of your beer taken care of. So details of that this week. I am purposely not doing the final social media push. Smoking Mama Laura's is going to be the food truck. So barbecue, right? Barbecue. Yeah. Good barbecue. And she's local, of course. They all are. I purposely haven't released a ton of details because I know a lot of folks are preoccupied with 4th of July weekend, or if you're in the beer and or local alcohol scene, there's some pretty big festivals happening this weekend for beer and stuff like that. So chances of catching people and getting their attention span, just minimal. So big push starting Sunday and Monday to give all the details out to you guys.
Cool. I like it. Yeah. Hey, I don't know if anybody, Sarah, you see this thing on my forehead here?
What'd you do, dude?
That is a zit. I'm going through puberty again.
Are you serious?
It's a
I didn't hear your voice crack yet.
Yeah, that wasn't part of this one. This growth spurt I'm going through. So I don't know. It's awesome. I'm going to be 46 this year, and yeah, apparently you just keep getting zits.
I get them on occasion. I either, such a weird topic to go down, but whatever. Sometimes I am like zit or ingrown hair.
No, this is my giant forehead. So, I just feel like everybody's just been staring at it all day. It's been great.
Yeah, it happens. It happens at times. I don't know. I'm gonna pour myself a little bourbon here. So this is a gift from my sister for my birthday. It's Woodinville. They're out of Washington.
Yep, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So this is finished in a port cask. So it's a whiskey and a bourbon whiskey and a port cask. 90 proof. They take on the model of sort of like Michter's. Because some of the things they do are very much like what Michter's does. In other words, the wood that will eventually become the staves for their barrels and stuff is left out to weather and dry mostly naturally, not entirely, but it's left out to be weathered. A lot of cooperages and things like that don't do that. They simply bring it in, they kiln dry it. They also slightly toast their barrel prior to firing it or causing the char. I love all this. It was very descriptive on the back. A lot of these not giving you this anymore. I can tell you I popped the bottle earlier today. I haven't drank it yet. Pretty excited, to be honest. It smells great for a port finish. I don't really have any concerns about that. Yeah. So at 90 proof, it's gonna be the first bourbon of the day.
Hey,
so we'll see how that goes.
Port finish comment there. I didn't realize this until I was at Costco this week, but they still have some of the Angel's Envy at the Costco near us in Bradenton here, and that one in particular says port finish. Are all Angel Envies port finish?
So all Angel's Envy are finished. I believe port finish is their go-to, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, all right. I didn't see it the first time; just didn't click in my head. So I was just.
I think that's their shtick. If I'm recalling correctly, I would hope I did. The rye may not be the case. The Angel's Envy rye, although I tend to think that's stave finished or at least conditioned.
Okay.
So yeah.
What you got there?
A lot of berry. I want to say almost like a blueberry chocolate on the nose. I've never had anything that kind of pronounced in a very long time. The last one I can recall being that pronounced was the Whistlepig 12.
Okay.
The one that was finished in cognac or Armagnac barrels or something. Almost the chocolatey notes, just really huge, just big on the nose. I don't recall getting anything. The one over my shoulder here, one of them was a store pick. It was called Count Chocula. It was from Dive. Sort of had those same reminiscent deals, but I don't know. Very enjoyable on the nose. Hopefully it follows. If it follows, it's going to be a banger. My neighbor across the street, I won't say his name, but he works for one of the local distributors, and they happen to have Woodinville in their portfolio.
Oh, okay.
So he's often told me that Woodinville's making a nice product, and they are sourced, if I recall correctly. No, they are not. This is all their own juice.
All right.
So that's cool.
I appreciate that. And where are they out of? You said Washington?
Washington State.
Okay.
That's actually very nice.
Are you getting the
terrible description, right? So I'm getting a nice like, for as much as they toast the oak, it is not a toasted product. Okay. But I'm getting a nice toasted oak, a lightly toasted. There is a hint of like chocolate, but not like sweet chocolate.
Like dark chocolate, that kind of stuff.
Like a baker's chocolate, but not bitter like a baker's chocolate.
Okay.
And then, like, in a good way, sort of like the burnt sugar, like a creme brulee topped burnt.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting a ton of berry on the flavor. It's just weird how it comes across on the nose.
Would you say the berry was stronger across the nose or the chocolate across the nose?
I'd say it was slightly equal, but the berry is the first one that comes out at you because it's the sweeter of the two.
And you're not getting much of that on the taste then, huh?
No.
Interesting.
And again, this is fresh open up. This thing's been open for, 90 seconds at this point. Sure. So it's probably a bit unfair. And I'm trying to give it a good rousing and yeah. So, but very enjoyable. I mean, for a lot of people, our problem nowadays is if it's not 140 proof, I don't want it type. A lot of people are beating that drum, and I'm sitting here saying there's beautiful products that are lower ABV. Like you don't have to burn your face off every time.
You don't have to. I mean, case in point is that Russell's Reserve, the barrel pick I got from the Gator Club, that's hovering around 90 proof, and I think it's got a ton of flavor.
Yeah, I've heard. I picked up today.
Oh, I saw your little haul you had today.
Yeah, we were on our chat. I picked up 10 cup tenure today.
Yep.
And this is they've watered down is a terrible way to say it. They have diluted this down to 84 proof on purpose, and it's still getting amazing reviews by many people in the bourbon community.
Cool.
So just another proof, like to make a pun. Just further proof that you don't have to burn your face off to get great flavor and enjoyable experience. Now, if I'm going to sit and like go through a few samples, do I want to burn my face off, or do I care that where the proof is? Not really. But if I want to sit and have a cocktail or two, or excuse me, a drink or two a night, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, this is like case in point. That's probably why I use Buffalo Trace as a mixer, because sometimes I just want to drink, and that's, I don't want to, I just want something that's going to work with the situation. I'm probably just having this drink tonight, and that's going to be that.
Absolutely. We keep, we have a big handle Buffalo Trace, and we have one of Old Forester 86.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Like I Buffalo Trace is just universal. I do find Old Forester 86 tends to be the one that fits into old fashions, but doesn't really go elsewhere. I don't know why that is.
I'm not sure I've tried that one, so I'm probably going to pick one of those up and give that a go.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely great. I mean, and it's just a different mash bill slightly and things like that. That's what you're really paying for, the difference there.
Yeah,
that's very nice. I'm gonna take one more sip and then. Okay, there's a hint. There is a hint of like a darker fruit.
Okay,
but it's vague.
I mean, those darker fruits go along with chocolate pretty well.
Yeah, there's a hint, but you still get that warm burnt sugar, almost creme brulee top like. And then there is just a subtle toasted quality to it, which could be part plant herring up. But again, it's not a toasted product, so I want to be very clear about that.
Cool.
I don't know.
All right. So,
real quick, I got my favorite for my last one.
What you got there?
little 1910.
Oh, yes. Oh, 1910 is good. I'm partial to 1920, but we've had that conversation already.
Yeah.
Side note, while you're pouring or doing whatever you're doing there.
Yeah, go ahead.
My oldest boy, he's 16. He'll be 17 in September. He's going to be a junior. He informs me the other day that a handful of his friends on the football team have found our show, and
oh boy,
he said, I looked at him and I said, okay. I said it's not really geared toward them, but if they want to listen to a couple of old idiots talk, this is the place to be.
Right.
And I said, if they watched it, tell them to subscribe and like it.
Exactly. Exactly. So they obviously have to. Well, let's not get them in trouble.
No. Yeah, we're not going to.
Yeah. Well, as I said, they either probably are 18 because they're older, or they've told YouTube they're 18 because I did have for until the other day I had the filter on, so you couldn't actually, unless you were age verified, you couldn't.
Okay.
And then I'm doing it show by show now, just because for a number of reasons, but just am. So.
Yeah.
That's cool. I appreciate it though. Listen, I
told that too.
Well, here's the thing. So we're not aiming for that audience. They know that. The kids know that. Yeah. But maybe one of their parents is a bourbon lover or a beer lover.
Maybe so, but they're also, I think they're probably giving my son shit.
That too, but there could be some real value there. Just kids, if you're happening to watch this one, you know what I have to tell you right now is please, thank you. We appreciate the support.
Absolutely.
Come back when you're 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go to
have
sleep.
To say that.
You got practice. Do something with your life. Just go out and be a kid.
We have to say that. I mean it. I do mean it, but yeah, it's all good.
I hear from my kids a lot that they lament they want to get older, they want to be older. They're and I keep it's a useless conversation for me to have with them because they have no frame of reference from my place. But I have it from there, so I sit there and say, "Well, there's the grass isn't always greener, blah blah blah." And
right.
They're not. They're doing what they're doing, but it is absolutely true, guys. Enjoy these years. You're not going to get them back.
Yeah, you can't say any more than that. Like I watched one of the people I know from the brewery I watched from at Corporate Ladder. Just I don't know. You probably don't know them, but I watched them. They gave their son a car for his 16th birthday. It was probably a recently used car, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, I think I saw him as he was excited about it with the realization of like, where, I got to put gas in this thing, like I got to do it. Can you imagine that? Like that was the difference. All right. So now we're really going to age ourselves here, right?
Sure.
When I went to put gas in my S10, my 1992 S10 with a 20-gallon tank, it was $24.
Yep.
If I had to fill it all the way up, it was $24. That gets you 5 gallons.
Yep. No, my son asked that. He said, "What was the cheapest gas you can remember in your lifetime?" And I said, "Well, I wasn't really paying attention to gas prices until around the time I started driving. So you're talking like 90, 91, 92. I said, the cheapest I can remember, there was one summer. It was the summer between my sophomore and junior year of college. So that would have been like 97, 98-ish. Gas for that summer for a few months was like 87 cents a gallon.
I do remember like early childhood memories, not like Rosie O'Donnell bullshit, but like early childhood. I do recall seeing it at 79 cents.
All right, cool.
And this would have been in the early 80s,
Yep.
Coming out of the 70s gas crunch, and we were finally having some economical vehicles on the road, and it is what it is. But I do recall seeing it for 79 cents, like I couldn't tell you, circa 83, 84, somewhere in there.
I tell my son, I said, you're driving your friends around. You guys should be or people giving you a ride around. You guys should be contributing money for gas, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I said, I'm not telling you what to do, but you feel out the situation. That's generally a nice thing to do.
There used to be a saying in the 70s that you would actually tell people right, but we're not going to go
there. Gas today at Costco in Bradenton was $4.35.
Yeah. I saw some non-Costco places at $4.49 today, which it really just stinks the way it is right now. And now we're just yelling at clouds, but whatever, I don't care.
Yeah. I spend a lot of my day yelling at clouds.
I was going with that was Costco used to be 25 to 30% difference, 25 to 30 cents different than the market. And now they're only 10, 12 cents, which is big still, but it's not like it used to be.
No, it's not. But Yeah, Christ, I still got to drive. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we made the decision. You know that. Got rid of the truck.
Oh yeah,
so.
congrats on the new vehicle, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's actually. I told you it's Matt's old car, right?
I mean,
I don't care. I love it. We drove it all day today, and I'm looking down, and we did some city driving. We did some highway driving. And I look down, we get home, it's like 27.5 miles per gallon. I'm like, yes. Because if that would have been the truck, it would have been 18, 17, who knows? So
yeah, no, it's the reason I bought the car I bought, because my commute is around 50 miles one way. I'm on work days, I'm putting 120, 130 miles on the car, and I got a Chevy Cruze a few years ago. I think it's consistently, I'm almost exclusively driving on the interstate, but I'm getting about 40 miles to the gallon.
Right. And for you, it's just that's point A, point B. You use the other vehicle for other stuff.
Yep.
100%.
So leaves more money for bourbon.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's that's kind of one of the weird things, right? Like you start to like look at things. I'm like, it was such a hard thing. Like you're exactly right, because we looked at it in one respect, or at least I did, and then I talked to Sarah about it, obviously. Yeah. But I was like, we've put something in the bed of this truck 3 times in the last year. Literally, that's it. It's not being used as a truck. It's not. Yeah. Will it suck next week if I need to go get lumber or something? Yes. But we both have vehicles that we could reasonably, if wherever we get the lumber, if they cut it down a little bit, would be able to fit it. What's that?
You buying a lot of lumber?
Oh, you know me. I'm a big lumberjack, eh? Yeah.
I wasn't sure, man. I don't know. Like, you can do what you want, but
no, I appreciate it. Bring the banter. Bring it on. Let's go.
I wasn't sure what kind of carpentry you were doing.
Well, I mean, measure twice, cut once is what I always say. So,
screw directions. That's what I say.
No. That's something over my years I've actually learned. Like, I come to appreciate, even though IKEA's instructions are halfway unobtainable. You're like, at least it gives me some idea. I can at least, put this thing in the orientation it's showing in the picture and try to put it the way it shows it. So
I think my problem with IKEA is that first page always says, don't do this by yourself, do it with a partner. It's got like the extra person there. And I always think to myself, what are you talking about? There's nobody else here. This is me doing this.
I'm like, do you want to see my partner in this? This is my partner in this.
My kids know, or Amy, it's more Amy knows, when we get something from IKEA and I got to put something big together, there's going to be cursing going on.
That used to be me. The other thing I found is having an elevated area to put those things together, if it's possible. Sometimes it's not.
Sure. I mean, yeah, sometimes my kids have like loft beds and all, they're like 4 of them. They're all this crap. They're all metal. Yeah. It was a pain in the ass to put together.
Oh. Well, now I've told Sarah this bed frame we have in the extra bedroom. It's IKEA. It's been taken apart and put back together 5 times now.
Impressive that you still
will not. I said it will not come back together a 6th time. If it comes apart, it's not going back together.
So, I have never done that. The most I've ever done is 2, like taking it apart once, put it back together.
It probably would hold up. Like, don't get me wrong. I just know that the way they do their little they bore out things, and you have to get a tool up inside to get you can't use any regular tools.
Yep.
It's like, come on, guys, really?
Oh, it's fucking annoying.
But yeah,
they always use a screwdriver. I'm like, fuck this. I'm using my power drill.
Oh yeah, because I'm not going to over torque it.
No, with the Phillips head, fucking go.
And if I do over torque, it's my fault. Like, okay, fine.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's annoying.
What do you guys?
She was super proud. Like, the stuff behind me here wasn't hard. I mean, it's not hard stuff put together. But like, I didn't throw one tool for both of those pieces. She was like, "I'm so proud of you." I'm like, "Thank you. I'll take that."
Good for you, man. What are you guys doing? Anything
fun? Tomorrow. I mean, not really. Let's be upfront. We're kind of gonna take the weekend just downtime, probably pool time, probably. But tomorrow, we gotta take the dog to her standing appointment, and then meeting some friends to hand off some Scentsy that they purchased. And after that, not much. Monday.
Speaking of that,
go ahead.
If you are home, I may text you when we're coming by on the way back and pick up the thing.
Should be home tomorrow afternoon. No issue with that.
No, so you're not. It's not a big deal. But I just thought we're driving by.
Yeah, it should be. But that's probably the extent of what we have planned this weekend. Like Monday, I don't know. Sunday, It's not. It's just nice. I have a 4-day weekend and I don't know what to do with myself. So we're just gonna relax.
I'm not. I just kind of did mine differently than you. But I'm not back to work till Wednesday.
Nice. What do you guys? You guys gonna do anything?
I mean, tomorrow, same kind of stuff. Other than that, I know Amy's going into the kitchen on Monday. I may join her there and see if I can not cause problems.
Not make a mess.
I feel like I'm good at like commercial dishwashing, that kind of stuff.
You know what? That's fun. Like, honestly.
No, it's not.
Well, depending on how the dish tank's set up and everything, it can be fun.
What they have there, they have I've not seen a dishwasher, but I know they have a 3-compartment sink. It's huge. So
I don't know if I've ever told you my Lone Star story, have I?
The restaurant or the band?
Yes. Well, they play them there, but it was the restaurant.
Okay.
I'll let you go after this. I plan on doing a pretty short stream anyway, so that's
okay. All right.
But unless you want to hang out, we can hang out. I don't either way. It's fine by you. Anyway, Sarah and I and a bunch of other friends were working at the local Lone Star Steakhouse.
Okay.
And I get in for my shift, and I was just picking up shifts bussing. Like, I didn't want to serve. I didn't want to because I had a full-time job, and I was getting extra cash.
I got you.
And whatever. And I was still there and pursuing Sarah, of course. So,
oh, you were chasing her?
Maybe. Maybe.
All right.
So, so the one day the GM's like, great, the closing dishwasher just called off. It's like, as I'm walking the door, I'm like, I'll do it.
That's like the kiss of death for a kitchen.
Yeah. Like, I'll do it. I'm like, I don't care. Show me where to go. Just give me the basics and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he walks me back there. He goes, here's the dish area. They have an automated, tunnel dishwasher.
Yeah.
But the main area where they do all the spray off and stuff is off to the right. And he's like, you're going to spend most of your time over here because once you drop stuff in here, the side work for some of the waitresses and stuff, or I'm sorry, they're not waitresses anymore, but you know what I mean, is to take the dishes that are cleaned because they go through so hot, they dry quickly and restack them. So you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
So he goes, okay, the assistant kitchen manager is going to show you the rest of what you need to know, whatever. So right about this time, and it's like shift change at like 3:45, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I think, if I recall correctly. The kitchen just got unusually busy for that time. Like, dinner was coming, but it got really busy. So the kitchen manager didn't really get to give me too much direction after that. He's like, just scrape all the food into this bucket, and one of the guys, when they go back to pick up whatever from the back of the house, they'll empty the bucket and trash cans for you. You don't worry about that. He's like, other than that, just don't do certain things. Well, I listened pretty well there. I didn't do this other certain things like put, metal in here or do that or whatever.
Sure.
The one thing he didn't tell me was where all of the, I'll call it PPE, but I don't want anyone to think the story is going to end in tragedy. It doesn't. He didn't tell me where like the Rubbermaid trench coat thing you're supposed to wear and all that was.
Where the stuff was.
Yeah. So they come and check on me like 45 minutes later, and I am drenched head to toe, but I'm loving it. I don't care. Like they're like, what are you doing?
You don't get wet when you're washing dishes at that capacity.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm just washing dishes. They're like, well, we got a guy coming in and we're just going to send you home because you're soaking wet. I'm like, well, okay. And they're like, why didn't you put on the smock? The big Rubbermaid smock. I'm like, what smock? And they're like, what? It was just like comedy of errors. The GM's name was Scott. He just ended up laughing about it, but yeah.
Hey, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, I mean, but it was just one of those things. Hey, I got out of work early too, so I couldn't beat that.
Listen, I think you did fine there. I've seen horror. I've seen way worse situations in kitchens than that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like indicative of what I do at home when I do dishes. Like, it's not that bad. I mean, we don't have to like mop the entire kitchen, but I'm of a mindset that you're cleaning things, so you got to do what you got to do.
I mean, when you're washing dishes and cleaning up, you're going.
You got to do what you got to do. That could mean we spray things a little bit. That could mean water gets dripped.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get clean. But what do I know?
Yep.
Cool, dude.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah, I kind of like having just a quick little jump on, jump off. I knew this, the weird thing is I know this weekend's hard for people. But in the vein of being consistent, I just want to make sure we kept things going. That's the main thing.
Work for me.
Hopefully no one's disappointed because we usually start at 8:30 and maybe people are jumping on, but
Oh, well, even if they're not, they can go back and watch and they can
comment.
They can comment if they want. Yeah, we love comments. They're gonna make fun of us. You can sit around in your underwear and scratch yourself and nobody knows.
Whatever you want to do, just don't tell us about it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, I care. But
adults alone time, have at it.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna. Unless you got something else, I'm gonna hold on. I gotta give away this 3 drinks down. Right, we have to put that out there.
There we go.
Yeah, but I'll let you wrap us up like you usually do. Appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you too, man. I will talk to you tomorrow, and everybody else out there. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great summer and things are flying by. But life's hard. The world is weird. The economy's weird. You're allowed to be upset. Just don't beat yourself up. Be kind to yourself.
Boom. Thanks, guys. Have a great 4th of July weekend.
Cheers.